exploring a personalized path to veteran benefits with Veterans Benefits Evaluations.
Hello, James. It's Steve with VBE. How are you today? Good, good. Is now still a good time for us to talk? Okay, perfect. Did you get the intent to file started? Oh, okay, okay. So did you go ahead and file the claim or did you just start the intent to file? Okay, okay, gotcha. So, where we are, so we're a medical evidence company. So, I mean, let me back up. First off, this call, it's designed to be a Q&A. So, I mean, do you have other questions for me out the gate, or should I just kind of start laying it all out and tell you what's what? Okay, shoot. Got it. Okay, okay. So, where you're at then with BOD, or I guess BCD, sorry, um, is you can get service connected for mental health. That would be your icebreaker claim. You don't need, so typically to get service connected at the VA, you've got to have an honorable, or generally an honorable uh, discharge. So for you on a BCD, I guess you need a COD. So you need a character of discharge review, or you can file for an exception under mental health. So you've got two options you can do. And so you need to get some help with this because I am not a VSO. I can't really advise you on this stuff. I can just point you in the right direction. Okay. So if you get a COD, that's a character of discharge upgrade or review. And what you would do there is basically go back to the branch that you served in and submit that new evidence or copies. Keep originals. Don't send don't send the originals. Keep those because they have a habit of losing them. And then they could it generally pull you in for another court martial is what they're going to do. And re-review the circumstances around your discharge, and then there's a possibility of getting it recharacterized um, if that those the medical evidence that you have points to a factor in the reason for the discharge. Okay, so that's a okay. OTH, good. Okay, so for the So what the VA is telling you there on an OTH is you're eligible for the other avenue that I was going to talk about. So what that means is you're eligible to file a mental health claim at the VA, even with BCD. Okay. What they will do is so you need to submit copies of that evidence that you have to the VA. Your discharge doesn't get upgraded because you're not dealing with your branch of service. You're dealing with the VBA, right? So all they will do is see, are you eligible for benefits? And they give you an exception for if your discharge was because of your mental health. They will award you mental health. Um, so, I mean, we can work with you on that claim. It's a long shot, right? I mean, it's not just like a typical vet that um, uh, has a honorable discharge and is filing mental health, right? So you've got two hurdles to overcome instead of one. So that makes it twice as hard for you. Now, in your favor, you've got this medical evidence. You've tracked it down. It's in your possession. That trumps a lot of things at the VA. So you're in a good position there. I just wanted to paint a realistic picture of what you're in for, right? So don't let me discourage you, but I just wanted to let you know it will be a rough go. Okay, good. Good to hear. Okay, so what you do is this. You get the medical evidence you need to win the claim all together. So you've got two pieces. We can write you a narrative. So the VA calls it an IMO, independent medical opinion, that basically pulls those two pieces of evidence together along with any events in service. That gives you the diagnosis, and then it writes the nexus. So those are the diagnosis and the nexus are the two key things that you need to win your claim, right? So the evidence that you have will help allow for the exception that the VA has. And then the two pieces of evidence that we write will either service connect it or get you the rating percentage that you qualify for. So that's how that all works. Okay. Okay. So we d- so that shows chronic a chronic condition. It shows history of treatment, history of complaint. So it strengthens your claim. It won't win your claim for you. So if you wanted to upload, if those are easy to get, your civilian mental health records, if those are pretty easy for you to get copies, if those are pretty easy for you to get copies of, upload them to us. We'll incorporate them in your report. But you don't need them. Okay. It will, to answer your question, it will coincide with those. Yes. So what you're going to get from us is a diagnosis, either new or confirmed. So if you upload your treatment history, then we'll confirm the diagnosis, right? And then write you the nexus. So it will strengthen your claim, but if it's a hurdle to get those records, we don't need to see them, right? Now, upload them to the VA. You've got two options as far as upload them to your claim. You can get the copy of same thing you did for us. You can get a copy and upload it to your claim, or you can give them the authority to go pull those records from your provider. So you've got two options there as far as getting civilian records to the VA. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So you can definitely go that way. So here's how we work. So we're telehealth only. This is what I was starting to get into at the top of the call is like everything you do with me is either online, on the phone, or email, right? Pretty convenient. You don't have to travel. The mental health evaluation will be a video conference. So it'll be like a FaceTime or a Zoom type of thing. You can do it from anywhere as long as you can speak in private on the phone. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So then how it works is this. I'm going to send you a link to our website. Get that queued up for you now. Once you're ready to roll, you click on this link, you put the mental health evaluation in your cart, and you check out. So it's online shopping. It's a credit card transaction, just like you're buying something on Amazon. Then once you complete checkout, you're able to schedule your telehealth visit with one of my licensed clinical psychologists. And then you have that consultation. Once that consultation is done, my doctor writes you that evidence package. Um, then he delivers that evidence package to you. Usually takes about a week. You'll get that evidence package. You'll submit that to your claim at the VA. Okay, and I've got continued resources I can send you if you need additional learning on that. I can't guide you. I'm not a VSO, so I can't guide you. I can't submit the claim for you, but I can give you additional resources if you're feeling stuck or need some help. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let me send you how to find a VSO. So I'll send you these resources. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. So then once you submit that claim and you win it, you keep all the wins, right? We're not one of those firms that gets anything on the back end. So this claim realistically should take you to, 50 to 70%, somewhere in that ballpark, right? So that's roughly $2,000 a month, give or take. You keep all that, right? We don't see any of that money. Same thing for if you're in line for any back pay, that goes straight to your bank account. We don't see any of that either. But you do pay that 847 up front before you see the doctor. So that's kind of how payment works. Okay. Um, all right. So I know I threw a lot at you there. Any questions on any of that? Okay. Okay. If you do have questions, James, I'm your point man. So just send me a note, right? I'm here. I answer all of my emails and texts between calls. So if you send me an email or text, a question, I will answer it. Okay. Um, okay, so for next steps, look for that email from me with the link to get started, and then the link doesn't expire, James. So whenever you're ready to go, that link will be there for you. Um, and then if you ever have questions, just hit me up. You bet, man. My pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you for taking the time out your day for me today. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.